In a week where former President Donald Trump had planned to target Vice President Kamala Harris on key issues such as border security, the narrative took an unexpected turn. Instead, Trump's remarks were dominated by a false rumor circulating on social media about Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, allegedly eating pets. This unfounded claim not only overshadowed his planned speeches on the economy, but also drew attention to his association with far-right figure Laura Loomer, raising concerns even among his allies. Trump's controversial statements and defense of these rumors shifted focus from his intended attacks on Harris, complicating his political messaging.
We begin tonight with breaking news from Ukraine. A Russian airstrike has struck an apartment block in the northeastern city of Kharkiv, injuring at least 41 people. Among the injured are 3 children, according to local officials. The devastating attack occurred early Sunday when a guided aerial bomb hit a 12-story residential building, sparking a fire that spread to multiple floors. The head of the Kharkiv City Military Administration, Oleksiy Nyehubov, has confirmed that at least 14 people have been hospitalized as a result of the strike, and tragically, 1 person remains missing. Officials fear there may still be people trapped under the rubble as search and rescue operations continue late into the night. One particularly dramatic moment came when rescuers were called to evacuate a man from the 12th floor. He refused to leave without his dog, and Ukraine's Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said that emergency crews made sure to rescue both the man and his beloved pet from the smoke-filled apartment. In footage shared online, the dog can be seen being lifted into the air by an emergency crane, safely delivered to the roof where waiting rescuers received it. The strike caused severe damage to the building, with 3 apartments completely destroyed and dozens of cars damaged in the blast. Hundreds of windows were shattered across the area, leaving many residents in shock as emergency responders evacuated them from the building. Ukrainian officials are decrying the attack as a violation of international law. Dmytro Lubinets, the Ukrainian Parliament Commissioner for Human Rights, said, "This is civil infrastructure. Russia massively violates human rights and international humanitarian law. The reaction must be here and now." As humanitarian aid groups and international organizations respond to the scene, the search for missing residents continues amid the ongoing evacuation. We'll continue to follow this developing story and bring you updates as they become available.
At least 7 people have died as some of the heaviest rainfall in decades has hit Central and Eastern Europe, leading to severe flooding and widespread disruption. The slow-moving storm Boris has dumped a month's worth of rain on historic cities such as Vienna, Bratislava, and Prague, continuing to affect the region into Sunday. In Poland, a man drowned in Kłodzko County, and authorities have evacuated residents from Moshanka and Laka Prudnica due to a dam breach. In Austria, a firefighter was killed while responding to the crisis. Romania has also been severely impacted, with a 5th confirmed death and extensive damage in the southeastern region of Galati, where around 5,400 homes have been affected. Rescue teams are working tirelessly to aid hundreds stranded by the flooding. In Romania, Interior Minister Cătălin Predoiu reported that 95 people were rescued from their homes, though many bodies were found in their residences or yards. Residents in the village of Pacea described the devastation, with water destroying homes and livestock. In a somber update, the Israeli military announced that 3 Israeli hostages, whose bodies were recovered from Gaza in December, were most likely killed in a November airstrike. The hostages, identified as Corporal Nick Beiser, Sergeant Ron Sherman, and civilian Elia Toledano, were captured by Hamas during the October 7th attacks. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, explained that after an extensive investigation involving intelligence and operational data, it was determined that the 3 were likely killed during an Israeli strike targeting Hamas commander Ahmed Andor on November 10th. While the IDF said there is high probability based on their findings, they cannot definitively confirm the exact circumstances of their deaths. The families were informed of the conclusion on Sunday.
In Gaza, education has come to a standstill as the region faces ongoing conflict. Makeshift classrooms like the one set up by teacher Ula Al-Ghul are rare, offering a glimmer of hope for children eager to learn despite the devastating circumstances. Israel's military operations, which began following the Hamas-led attacks in October, have disrupted school routines and created a humanitarian crisis. As children across the Middle East return to class for a new semester, those in Gaza remain caught in a war zone, unable to continue their education in the usual way. Both parties are making a strong push to court Navajo voters in the key battleground state of Arizona. At last Saturday's Navajo Nation parade in Window Rock, the Arizona Republican Party's float, adorned with Trump-Vance campaign signs, was met with a mixed reception, with some parade-goers booing and telling them to leave. Arizona, where President Joe Biden secured a narrow victory by just 10,000 votes in 2020, remains a critical battleground in the upcoming election. Vice President Kamala Harris's spot on the Democratic ticket is seen as potentially shifting the state back into play for Democrats. With approximately 131,000 Navajo Nation members in Arizona, their votes could have a significant impact not only on the race for the White House, but also in a closely contested U.S. Senate race that could determine control of Congress. For the first time ever, the Arizona GOP has opened a field office in Window Rock, emphasizing the importance of earning rather than assuming the Navajo vote.